Hello, my name is Ethan and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Ultimatum League 3.14. I was gonna say 3.14 before Ultimatum, but that's not right. So how you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode. Today, we are going to talk about my strategy, my OP found strategy. So early on in the league, I looked at the map device mods, and we laughed about Harvest, and we were like, lol, Harvest, 12C, but Heist for 6C with 2 additional Smuggler's caches is the focus of today's video. So you can add 2 Smuggler's caches to your map. Specifically, I like Lira Arthain because it has heist nodes. You don't have these anywhere else on the skill tree. This is Atlas passives. You get the Atlas passives from having Maven witness your map bosses, and then you fight the map bosses in the invitation, and you unlock Atlas passives. And so 2 Atlas passives, another 2, so 4 Atlas passives, and you can have this. To get the heist on the map device is 125 bonus objectives. It's quite a lot, actually. So that's pretty fucking high. It's the second one, the second last one. So at least it's not Harvest where it needs 140, but yeah, that's pretty high up. I am aware of this, and it's pretty high. It's up to, well, 4 unlocked here. So the idea is normally you would have increased stack size of rogue markers, the 10% chance to find a smuggler's cache, increased stack of rogue markers, and then smuggler's cache in areas have 100% increased chance to drop blueprints, and blueprints that drop in areas have 10% chance to be fully revealed. So I ran this last season a lot. I never got a single blueprint from a smuggler's cache, therefore I never got a single blueprint fully revealed. I ran this a lot, and that was with like Delirium and on softcore with Juice. Yup. So well, it doesn't affect the smuggler's cache actually, so. But I ran a lot of maps here with the smuggler's cache. I never got it the whole league. So, point is, I've already, okay, so the reason why this is so OP is if you guarantee 2 smuggler's caches instead of only a 10% chance, the difference is, instead of having to run 10 maps to get 1 smuggler's cache, I'm now running 1 map and getting 2.1. We're getting 21 times as many smuggler's caches for 6C. Then you take it with the Atlas passive, and you get a 100% increased chance to drop blueprints. So we're getting 21 times the smuggler's caches, and then it's 100% increased. And then 10% of those blueprints are going to be fully revealed. So I've already found like 3, and I haven't been doing it for very long, of these blueprints. And so I'm going to find it. And then one of the other things is I'm in SSF hardcore, so I'm trying to get unusual gem blueprints so I can go find anomalous impale and divergent dread banner, and maybe some alt quality other things that I just haven't thought of. Maybe like Tempest shield with the extra thing, or bone offering. There's so many good alt quality gems that I need to get, and I don't have access to trade. So I figure getting tons of contracts, blueprints, and even some of them automatically revealed, and having this on the map device where I can force it every single time. This is the key. Because it isn't cool, like I told you, it isn't cool with a 10, so it's like 1 in 10 maps. No. Every map, you guarantee a couple smuggler's caches. This feels like a Harvest, where you run in a map and you collect the seeds. You can just build up some chaos, and then you run your seeds, and you have maps to run. Then you have Heist, and you have blueprints, some fully revealed, and I've been able to make more chaos than I'm spending. Now some more advanced stuff, because that's just okay. So Heist on the map device and in this area. So then I would recommend 4 watchstones to get it to the highest tier, because the tier that you run the heist on the map is going to be the level of the contract. So you want 82 or 83 contracts probably if you're going to be spending the chaos. You want to get the most out of it. So 82, 83 is my recommendation. So tier 15, tier 16. So it'd be 4 watchstones, and then the second. So then how to actually run them. I run white contracts, so I would scour these to white. And then on the crew gear, I'll explain that in a second, but real quick, let me show you this. You can also technically roll, if you're using Awakened Sextants, technically you can find area contains a smuggler's cache. And if you have the middle Atlas passive, you could increase the sextant uses by 1. So this could be 4 smuggler's caches, basically. It's not bad, 250 weighting. And like, if you hit this, you don't have to roll over it, is what I'm saying. Like, it's actually not bad in this area. And then I could imagine, like, you trying to keep this and shit by sextants not being consumed. And then I found out that the Platinum Watchstone doesn't have to be Haywork, obviously. It can be any region. It's just this one was the one that I clicked on. Platinum Watchstone. You can get areas have increased chance to contain a smuggler's cache. 20% per Watchstone. 28 weighting, which is like 1/4 of the Harbinger. So it's like 2 to 4x to craft normally. Where this one would then be like less than an X. It's not too bad. It's very cheap. So that's something maybe. Or you could get more blueprints by 10%. Because that sounds really good too. That sounds way better probably. Well, both are really, like, you need, both are significant. The smuggler's cache to get the blueprints or the more blueprints because you already have the increase. So anyways, yep, you could get 10% more, or like I said, for cheap, 5 to 6% sounds pretty good. Yep, and that is what I would do for Watchstones and what I would do for Sextants, extra stuff I had thought of. And now, obviously, I have an actual Heist made easy guide, and nothing's changed, and I haven't ran it since, and I haven't made updates to it, so it's been the same, and it's really solid, and it's what I'm using right now. But basically, I haven't crafted the gear up fully, but what I like to look for is either 2 mods on this cloak. So obviously you'd prefer the highest level cloak, so you get the extra reduced raising of alert level, but I just don't have the highest level gear yet because SSF hardcore. I have to play high level contracts and blueprints to be able to drop the gear. So I just started doing this strategy. It costs a lot to buy the Heist and the map device, and you have to run them. And I've been running up the 78s and shit, these that I had, and I only have a few 82s. You can see them, 82, 83. I have a few, and it's sick. It's actually already, I can tell, this is so sick. And, okay, so on the cloak, I like to go for reduced raising of alert level from opening chests, or the other one, which is chance to not generate alert level from opening chests. So, it doesn't matter. This one's better. Well, this one's feels better because it works on every chest, where the other one, you can go into a heist where it doesn't work a single time and it feels terrible, and then you go in the next one and it works every single time and it feels the best because there's RNG, where this one just affects everything by reducing it. It's more consistent, so like, obviously it's preference then. And yeah, so then on the amulet brooch, I focused on Heist chests have a chance to duplicate contained basic currency. I still prefer this. This is just like my old method. The reason, currency pretty good. Every single contract seems to drop currency. I seem to get at least 1 chaos from every contract and blueprint. So like, it just seems overall good, and I need more currency. And if I come up with a different one that I want to run, or like more specific to the contract that I'm using at the time, because SSF hardcore, and I'm targeting it now, and I might have a lot, and I might be running them, then I can do that. But I like stacking up the basic currency for the blueprints. Obviously, tier 1 is better, and then you would need item level 83 for that. I don't have it. That's the point. I only have 75 to get tier 2. And then for the tool, whatever skill it is, you can get chance to not generate alert level on opening a chest using the skill, and obviously higher the better. Tier 1, tier 2 if 75, 83 for the tier 1, and then the weapon, I like to go for job speed. because or like auras, there's like determination and weird stuff, but you don't really need it. And I'm in SSF hardcore super tank build, so yeah, you don't really need it. So that's my crew gear, and then I basically just run the same shit on everybody. So I go for one mod across each piece. Obviously, then you can go for more if you want later, but that's just the beginning. And yeah, it's pretty sick. And then I'm going to, now that I have this ability to just get tons of 82, 83 contracts and blueprints right now, and I can force it, and then I can get fully revealed blueprints. I also thought about the fully revealed blueprints is slightly better for SSF, because you look at this and you're like, oh yeah, you're not really gonna run a Trinket with Regal to Exalt for this strategy. This is like more generic stuff, because look, it's such a wide variety on random blueprints that you draw up when you're not re-rolling them. We did find this one, which was 9 currency, pretty crazy. But honestly, overall, it's like, what would be your best Trinket? There's so many good options, and I even thought of this one. I'll give you one as an example to compare against Regal to Exalted. We have this. 1% chance in Heist for basic currency drops to be duplicated. And so I was thinking, there's a lot of really good mods basically, and Regal to Exalt might not even be the best. It might be up there as one of the best. Like, that's what GGG usually likes to do, is nerf things so they're still up there, so you question, like, is it the best? It's probably still the best, but then there's other things that are sleeper, better, or just as good and cheaper, which makes them better. And cheaper is because people don't know about them. And so the thought process around this one is you can get 1 to 3% chance in Heist for the duplicate basic currency, and so then this would duplicate like stacked decks, exalted shards, Harbinger orbs, ancient orbs. Or no, it's not ancient orbs anymore, right? Those don't count. It doesn't count ancient, right? It doesn't count Harbinger. Just current basic currency. But either way, the point is about this is that the exalted shards add up to possibly more than the Regal to Exalted conversion. So I wonder if this is actually the best, and just there was so much hype around the Regal to Exalt that and no one went back to like actually look at what is if you could beat it now with the like how Heist drop rates change, and the Regal to Exalt doesn't feel as good, and you can't target like a 16. Well, you can do a 16 currency blueprint and split it and shit, but then you can't infinitely split it anymore, and you would have to still reveal it and stuff too. So then you have to the cost of the reveals and the cost of the coins, and so it wasn't even that good. But either way, my point overall is that honestly, for Trinket, I wouldn't worry about going and spending a ton of money on going on a Regal to Exalt to make money on Heist. I think you guys can just get into Heist, play it as soon as you can, craft up some of this gear, to be honest, just like one set of the gear as low as possible, and just switch it around on your people. It'll feel much better than nothing. And then trust me, you'll enjoy this. And then well, Heist is pretty good, and if you do get into the map device strategy, it's actually really sick. And I don't really recommend going into the watchstones and all this extra stuff with the sextants and the watchstones, but that is a way to continue to scale it and ramp it with more and more investment, especially in softcore, because you're like, I'm already so whatever, I just want to have fun and do this cool thing. It's like, yeah, have fun, man, cool, sure. But for someone who's trying to like, I need profit now, Ethan, it's like, okay, so spend as little as possible to try this and enjoy it, and then make a lot without spending anything. Don't invest a lot. That's my advice. And then it should be a solid method as a farming method. I'd compare this to like, so there's Heist as a farming method, there's Blight as a farming method, there's Delirium, and Delirium also has the branch Simulacrum. Blight has the branch of Blight maps. You have the Metamorph, which is metamorph into the branch of the extra metamorph. There's all these farming methods, right? And yeah, so heist is a farming method. I'd almost say, I think delving is a farming method because it feels similar in that way of like you build up this thing and then go do the side content. And they buffed delving, but this was a heist video. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys did enjoy this heist episode. I'm going to be doing quite a bit of that. Probably some other stuff today too. Not only that, but it's Friday. Hope you guys enjoy Pizza Friday. I'll see you guys in today's stream. And now I'm going to take this opportunity to thank my Patreon and my YouTube members who financially support the channel. I can't do this without you guys, so thank you guys for all the support. And thank you to anyone new who joins the Patreon and the YouTube members today. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!